Welcome to Have You Read It? The channel where we bring books to life, one summary at a time. Today we're diving into Rebecca Solnit's powerful collection of essays. Men Explain Things to Me. This book tackles the pervasive issue of male condescension and the silencing of women, exploring how these dynamics manifest in various aspects of life, from personal interactions to global politics. Solnit's work is a vital examination of gender inequality, offering sharp insights and thought-provoking analysis that resonates deeply in today's world. What makes this book so unique is its ability to blend personal anecdotes with broader social commentary, creating a compelling narrative that is both accessible and profound. Solnit's essays encourage readers to recognize and challenge the subtle ways in which women's voices are often marginalized or dismissed. It's a call for greater awareness, empathy, and a more equitable distribution of power in all spheres of life. In the opening essay, Men Explain Things to Me, Rebecca Solnit recounts a personal experience at a party where a man condescendingly explains to her a book on Edward Muybridge, unaware that she is the author. This anecdote serves as a springboard to explore the broader phenomenon of men interrupting, dismissing, and talking over women, regardless of their actual knowledge or expertise. Solnit argues that this behavior, often subtle and ingrained, contributes to a culture of silence that prevents women from being heard and respected. She notes that this isn't just about individual interactions. It's a systemic issue that affects women in all fields, limiting their opportunities and reinforcing gender stereotypes. Solnit connects this everyday condescension to more serious forms of violence against women. She emphasizes that being told you're wrong, being silenced, or having your expertise dismissed are all part of a continuum that leads to more overt forms of abuse. This creates a world where women are not seen as reliable witnesses to their own lives, where their voices are devalued and their experiences are denied. In The Longest War, Solnit addresses the pervasive issue of violence against women, highlighting its frequency and global reach. She argues that this violence is often overlooked or dismissed as isolated incidents, rather than recognized as a systemic problem rooted in gender inequality. Solnit challenges the tendency to explain away violence against women through various factors like economic hardship or mental illness, insisting that gender itself is a crucial explanatory factor. She cites alarming statistics, such as the high rates of domestic violence and sexual assault, to underscore the severity of the issue. Violence against women, Solnit contends, is a form of authoritarianism, an assertion of control that denies women their basic human rights. She calls for a fundamental shift in societal attitudes, one that recognizes and addresses the root causes of this pervasive violence. Worlds Collide in a Luxury Suite uses the Dominique Strauss-Kahn case as a lens through which to examine global power dynamics and economic injustice. Solnit draws parallels between the alleged assault on a hotel maid and the exploitative policies of the SOLFA, International Monetary Fund in developing countries. She argues that the case reflects a broader pattern of wealthy, powerful men taking advantage of vulnerable individuals, both economically and physically. The IMF, Solnit suggests, operates in a similar way, imposing policies that disproportionately harm the poor and marginalized. The essay connects the personal and the political, highlighting how acts of violence and economic exploitation are often intertwined. Solnit celebrates the fact that, in this instance, a woman was able to bring a powerful man to account, challenging the traditional power structures that often protect perpetrators. In Praise of the Threat, Solnit examines the debate surrounding same-sex marriage, suggesting that it poses a threat to traditional hierarchical gender roles. She argues that traditional marriage, historically, has been based on unequal power dynamics, with husbands holding authority over their wives. Same-sex marriage, on the other hand, is inherently egalitarian, challenging these traditional power structures. Solnit celebrates this threat, arguing that it opens up new possibilities for more equitable and fulfilling relationships. She points out that feminism has played a crucial role in transforming marriage into a relationship between equals, making same-sex marriage possible by challenging traditional gender roles and power dynamics. Same-sex marriage contributes to a broader movement towards equality for all. Grandmother Spider explores the erasure of women from history and cultural narratives. Solnit discusses various ways in which women have been made invisible, from the omission of women from family trees to the confinement of women to the domestic sphere. She draws on mythology and art to illustrate how women's contributions have often been marginalized or ignored. Solnit introduces the figure of Grandmother Spider, a creator deity in many Native American traditions, as a symbol of female power and creativity. She argues that recognizing and celebrating the contributions of women is essential to creating a more complete and accurate understanding of history. By reclaiming these lost stories and honoring the grandmothers who have been erased, we can challenge patriarchal narratives and create a more inclusive world. Woolf's Darkness. Embracing the Inexplicable examines Virginia Woolf's perspective on uncertainty and the unknown. Solnit uses Woolf's quote, "The future is dark, which is the best thing the future can be," to discuss the value of embracing ambiguity and resisting the urge to impose rigid narratives. She argues that writers and explorers should enter the darkness with open eyes, willing to confront the limits of knowledge. Solnit connects this idea to the importance of negative capability, the ability to remain in uncertainties without reaching for definitive answers. By embracing the inexplicable, we can open ourselves to new possibilities and challenge the tyranny of the quantifiable, which often overshadows more complex and subtle phenomena. Pandora's Box and the Volunteer Police Force discusses the ongoing struggle for women's rights and the forces that seek to push back against progress. Solnit uses the metaphor of Pandora's box to illustrate how certain ideas, once released, cannot be contained. She argues that despite the backlash and attempts to restrict women's rights, the fundamental idea of gender equality has taken hold and cannot be undone. Solnit also describes a volunteer police force of individuals who attempt to keep women in their place through online harassment, threats, and casual sexism. She emphasizes the importance of challenging these forces and continuing to fight for a more equitable world. Solnit concludes by highlighting the need for a deeper inquiry into men and the ways in which the status quo damages them, as well as the importance of engaging men in the feminist project. Ana Teresa Fernandez's artwork provides a visual counterpoint throughout the book, underscoring themes of female identity, erasure, and resilience. Her images often depict women in surreal landscapes, performing ordinary tasks with a sense of defiance and grace. These visuals add another layer of meaning to Solnit's essays, inviting viewers to contemplate the complexities of female experience and the ongoing struggle for visibility and recognition. Here are some of the key lessons from Men Explain Things to Me that really stuck with me. Recognize the silencing effect. Be aware of how often women are interrupted, talked over, or have their ideas dismissed. Make a conscious effort to listen and amplify their voices. Challenge the presumption of expertise. Question the automatic assumption that men are more knowledgeable or competent in certain areas. Expertise comes from knowledge and experience, not gender. Believe women's experiences. Take women's accounts of harassment, discrimination, and violence seriously. Don't dismiss their experiences as subjective or exaggerated. Promote equality in conversation. Create spaces where everyone feels comfortable sharing their thoughts and ideas. Encourage respectful dialogue and challenge dominant voices. Understand the continuum of violence. Recognize the connection between minor forms of disrespect and more serious acts of violence against women. Address the root causes of misogyny and sexism. Embrace the power of female solidarity. Support other women in their endeavors and create networks of mutual support and empowerment. Together, we can challenge systemic inequalities and create a more just world. This book encourages us to see the world critically, challenge ingrained biases, and advocate for a more equitable society. by recognizing the subtle ways power dynamics play out in everyday interactions. We can work towards dismantling systemic inequalities and fostering a culture of respect and understanding. Men Explain Things to Me is more than just a critique. It's a call to action, urging us to listen, learn, and amplify the voices that have long been silenced. This collection is a vital reminder of the ongoing struggle for equality and the importance of remaining vigilant in the face of injustice. It is a testament to the power of voice, the necessity of visibility, and the enduring fight for a world where everyone is heard and valued. This book serves as a guide, a call to arms, and a beacon of hope in the ongoing journey toward equality. It's a reminder that the fight is far from over, but with awareness, empathy, and unwavering commitment, a better world is within reach. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss our next book dive.